my scrappy friends. I have a new layout for you today, and you just see me put some clear gesso on this background paper. And this paper is from the Pink Paisley collection, Citrus Bliss. And I am just mixing the re-inkers on that foam distress tool to apply that ink with the stencil. So I really like that stencil because the bubbles kind of remind me of like waves, and this is going to be an ocean theme layout. So I thought it would be kind of fun, and I am trying to get like different colors of teal and blues together because in my photo it has those rich colors in it. So, and then I also want to use this Hero Arts, and I really wanted to bring in a little bit more green. It kind of turned out a little bit more green than I maybe had thought originally, but I'm going with it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of more of that teal color. Actually, that's really the mint color because it's the cracked pistachio, but it looks more teal in the re-inker because it's so much more concentrated, and I actually like it better that way. So I did all that, and then I was thinking I still wanted to add a little bit more blue. So I was trying to think of ways that I could do that, and I would have done like a wash, but I was afraid that if I did a wash on the paper that it might take off some of the distress ink, because the distress inks can kind of be a little iffy a little sometimes. So I took some matte medium, and this is matte, so it's going to dry pretty clear. It's not going to be shiny. And I just added a little bit of like watercolor to it, some blue. And as you can see, it kind of adds a little bit of blue to the background, but it's not overpowering. And I really tried not to go crazy with it because I just wanted it to be faint. I just wanted it to almost be like you see hints of that blue without it being. And I did dry that with my heat gun because I am very impatient, so I don't mind drying it. It does warp the paper a little bit, but I find that a lot of times when I'm using a ton of mixed media, like just even with that gesso, the clear gesso, it's really heavy. I find that sometimes certain brands buckle a lot easier. And this is a thinner, the Pink Paisley is a little bit thinner, so I find that buckled quite a bit. I'm okay with that though. So because I figured I'd just put it on cardstock, and I used basil, and that is like a really, really nice teal color. So it's going to go well with that photo right there of my daughter and the ocean. This was from June, a while back. It's actually been a while since I went to the ocean. With me being sick last week, I was wanting to actually get to the beach, and now with school starting, I don't know. It's kind of hard once school starts to think about going to the beach all the time. So I'm just looking through my papers, and I'm using my click kit, which is mostly, I think pretty much all of it is the Citrus Bliss collection, and then there might be, I know there's a piece of vellum, but I don't use it. So I don't remember if that is actually part of the Citrus Bliss. And I really like that gradient blue. So it has it's almost like an ombre effect. And I thought that would look really nice because of the blue. And at this point, I'm not sure if I wanted to keep it all like kind of one tone and then have like a pop of like a pink or coral color, because my daughter's bathing suit is coral and it just kind of pops off. So I'm kind of thinking about that a little bit. And then I remembered that I have this black and white stripe from the Fine and Dandy collection, and I really love that black and white striped. It is just awesome. And so I find a smaller piece because I'm thinking that maybe I'll just put it on, like at first I was thinking maybe I'll do a strip horizontal, but I really didn't want to cover up a lot of what I did, and I thought it might be too harsh. I mean, yeah, I did a lot of mixed media, and once I start building stuff and covering it up, it looks a lot softer than it does right now. So, But I was thinking that if I had put that striped paper horizontal, it really would be very harsh, and I didn't know if that was the look that I was going for. So I went the safe route and I just used a little bit on the corners of my paper. And so now I'm also looking through some other papers, and at this point I'm thinking maybe I'll use a lot of pink with some pops of like this blue, and I love that gray paper. So I'm just going to build my layers, and I am trying not to get the layers perfect. I am going to edge all of my layers with that color that I kind of use throughout with the stencil. And I really like that gray, just more peeking up at the top. And so I knew that on the other side of that black and white are these flamingos. I hate when a company does that and does like a really cute like flamingo paper with a really nice black and white. Like that those two papers just they both are amazing, and I would have loved to use the black and white like all on its own, but I really wanted some of those flamingos to show, and it works really well with my daughter's bathing suit. So I'm kind of more building now, thinking that I'm going to build with these pink colors, and I wanted to use this, and this was not in the kit, but this is also from Pink Paisley. It is one of the papers that I actually bought on my own because I bought a couple of the papers before I knew I was getting this collection. And I only bought a couple of big papers because I had originally bought a 6x6 pad of this collection when it first came out, and I really liked using it. And so it's really nice to use it on a small scale and then get the larger scale. I love this green, and I'm adding it the green because of those pops of green. I thought that that would look really nice, and I'm using the lighter side so that it's not as harsh and bright as the darker green. So, and at first I was going to flip it on the other side, and then I thought I was covering a lot of what I had did with my stencil work, and sometimes that doesn't bother me, but when I was doing this, I really was like, So I flipped it on the other side, and I actually really like it like down there. I'm going to use the branding strip because I really like that pink, and I just want to add another hint of pink to kind of bring out my daughter in the picture. She was This beach that we went to is on the North Shore, and the waves and the undertow are really strong. So really when we go there, we kind of have to go to just like play in the sand, which most of the time my kids are okay with that fact. They usually don't mind just playing in the sand. But that day, my daughter, Kaden, she was really itching to like get in the water, and I was like, well, if you put your feet in for a couple minutes, I think it'll be okay. So we all went down, and of course she was the only one who wasn't afraid, probably because I was saying that, you don't want to go too close to the water because you don't know what's going to happen. I didn't want them to be afraid of the water, but but Kaden, it's not surprising, she's my daredevil-ish. She's the adventurer, so she's the one who will do things before anybody else. And so I'm working on the title because I really wanted the title to be like this profound title. I really wanted almost the title to be like this part of the journaling in a way. And I've been trying to be a lot more thoughtful about my journaling and the way I'm doing my titles. Well, one, because when you do cool titles like these, it's rare that you're going to use the same title over and over again. Though this is a title I probably could use more than once, but But also, it's like I want the journaling and the title to be a part of that, to just like to actually say something. I mean, I love that my layouts are beautiful and everything, but in the end, when my family's looking through these, they're going to want to know these stories. They want to know why I took this picture, or what happened that day. So as you've seen, I put the title on that glassine bag because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do it, and then I re-put it on there, and I didn't show putting it back on because it was the same concept. And the title is called "The Sound of the Ocean Calls Out My Name." So And that is a heart from, I think it's Color Cast, but that was in our kit. And it's a beautiful color and matched perfectly with the water. I mean, oh my gosh, it looks like the water. So that was a perfect place to put that. And this is the first time that I'm using this kit. And because this weekend we just had the crop on the Click kits, and you can still go over there. And I'll make sure I link to their blog and their store and stuff, so you can go check them out. And I really like that they have a whole collection. I mean, that's not always how I scrap, but it is kind of nice to get a collection, and how I know everything is gonna, be from a collection. And so I'm just kind of looking through the ephemera pieces that I got, and we only got like a half a pack, which is fine because I mean, in the end, a lot of this stuff is like citrus and stuff. And now that summer is starting to die down for us, I mean, even though being in Hawaii, it's still like summer all the time, still, you're not going to use a lemon in the fall time, probably. So it's nice to not have to have all these extra. And I really was trying to go easy on this. And so I put that big heart there. It's gold and white. And then there's a rectangle that says, "Oh, hey." And I put it over there. And then I'm just kind of building. Just added a couple hearts and sunshine. And I did add beautiful. I'm not sure. Yeah, I put it down already over top of the photo, so you can barely see it. But I think when it's in the protector, you'll be able to see it over the beach, and it'll be really fun. So I really love those flamingos that was in the store, and my friend Megan picked those out for me. So thank you, Megan. They're super fun. And I picked the flamingo because the color matches my daughter's dress. So, or her bathing suit. Really, other than that, the flamingo has no relevance to this layout, which, you know. So I wanted to end off with using some of these sequins. I thought white and blue would look kind of like either sea, like air bubbles or something. So I just kind of scattered them up on the layout. I just thought it would be a little bit just kind of fun. And since I didn't do a whole lot of embellishing on this layout, I thought that this would just add a little bit extra to the layout. And then that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, I really did keep this simple. I think it only took me a little bit more than an hour to get the whole thing done because I had to dry everything and stuff. So not too bad considering I haven't done a whole lot of scrapping since school started. So I'm going to put my journaling there, and I was thinking I might use that washi tape as the lines, and then I started putting it down and I didn't like it. And it kind of covers the words, and not that I need to be able to see all the words on the paper. It is kind of nice to not have it. So I'm just going to do some lines, and then I don't think I do the journaling on camera. I think I do it after, but I just pretty much say how the water was just calling out to us to put our feet in. And we did, and it felt really nice because it was really hot that day. So I will see you guys later, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.